qualifying for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, which will be staged in Morocco. Recently, they were third in there.
Yes.
But this time, it's not just about just winning a medal when they go for that tournament. It's about qualifying for the 2027 Women's World Cup in Brazil. And if they're able to finish third like they did in the last AFCON, then it means that they will seal a place in that Women's World Cup. So yesterday, the second leg against Egypt, you remember we had beaten them 3-0 in Cairo. So we needed to just put up a performance like we did. And
Better
surely the girls
the
delivered. I'm sure the bonus motivation was also high.
Were they paid before that? I thought it was
after the game, because they were promised that after the game they will be given their checks. They went on to beat Egypt by 4-0, meaning that they won 7-0 on aggregate, and we have qualified for another WAFCON. And right after that, we are being told that the checks were given to them. So
fantastic.
It's a double joy
I
for
saw
them.
that last night. The Egyptians must have them already.
Of course, and the Egyptians you see today,
you will not see
them. You will not see them anymore. So the Egyptians are going back to Cairo without anything, and Ghana, there you see it's qualified. It was a joy moment for us. But right after the game, head coach Kim Lasby and defender Josephine spoke.
It's always difficult to say because I do think that maybe one of our better games that we have played were against Morocco in the semi-final. We had less preparation into that game. They were away game in the front of the big crowd, and we were the better team, and we deserved to play the final. And to do that against the home country, maybe the favorite to win, and that time even if Nigeria won it, that was a great performance. And then we had the third place when we were beating South Africa, and we did it really good as well. So I mean, it's maybe the opponent had a higher level in those kind of games. So I think that kind of performance is maybe in the end a little bit better. But I mean, I can't ask for more than win 7-0 against Egypt either. So just super happy with the result.
When I was walking through the tunnel to the pitch, and then I saw the fans, I was like, is this even real life? Because it was loud. There wasn't that many people, to be honest, because the stadium is huge. But the atmosphere was just outstanding. In the middle of the game, I know it should be focused, but sometimes I was just looking around, just enjoying. So this is just a dream, to enjoy everything.
I just love it. I mean, the excitement. It's just lovely.
You're very excited.
Yeah.
You're hoping that what happened prior to the game never repeats itself.
Indeed.
We've gone past the stage of,
I
mean, unpaid bonuses and because they are also fighting for the nation. Putting Ghana on the map there. But that was not the only game played. There were games played on the African continent. And, I mean, Ethiopia also losing to Tanzania with Malawi beating Angola. Cameroon, unfortunately, I mean, there's something happening in Cameroon which is not good for Samuel Eto'o, who is the president of FECA, for the Cameroonian Football Federation. They could not qualify for the tournament, and it is a big blow to Cameroon football. Algeria beating them. And Nigeria also doing drawing with Benin, but they won the first leg. So Nigeria sailing through, and Ghana beating Egypt by 4-0. With Kenya also defeating Gambia. Togo lost to Burkina Faso, and Ivory Coast also losing to Senegal. Let's see the teams that have qualified for the tournament. Morocco would be there as the host nation, so they didn't take part in the qualifiers. But there's Cape Verde, who recently qualified for the 2026 World Cup, and this time your ladies have qualified for the WAFCON, and it's their debut, just like the men who will be playing in their first ever World Cup. Malawi are also debutants in the Nigeria, who have won the most women's WAFCON, also in there together with Algeria, Burkina Faso, Kenya, Ghana coming back, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, and Zambia. So these are the nations that will be playing the 2026 WAFCON, which will be staged in Morocco next year. And Ghana will be looking at sealing a place in the World Cup. The first 4 teams automatically qualify to play at the 2027 Women's World Cup in Brazil.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, but how do you foresee the competition, looking at the teams lined up?
It's not going to be an easy one, but with the experience that we've gained recently, it should propel us to go a step further. Nigeria would always be in there. There will be a threat. Morocco football has developed to the highest level. We saw them recently. But I believe in Ghana. I believe in Kim Lasby that this team would actually seal a place at the World Cup in 2027.
And in the last few days, we've been talking about Nations FC getting a new coach, and now we understand that they've confirmed Frimpong Manso,
Yes.
right?
And the funny thing is, I was at Nations FC's home 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And the very coach that they've appointed was my guest on the GPO show. I
that's
hosted him. Little did I know.
I'm sure he knew, but he also didn't want
we didn't
to.
know because there was no indication that Frimpong Manso would join Nations FC. He was with me. He was in the crowd. We had a good chat. Not knowing if Frimpong Manso had other ideas. And
That's
now
lovely.
he's joined Nations FC. He's a Ghana Premier League winner with Bibiani Gold Stars. Remember that it was a big one for him. Gold Stars' first ever Ghana Premier League title was won by him. But just a few weeks ago, they parted ways with him. But he's back onto the scene, this time with Nations FC. And he spoke his first few words after his appointment, which will bring you later on the Sports Daily at 10. We'll bring you that one. But Nations FC confirming Frimpong Manso as their new head coach.
Now I'm getting concerned for Bibiani because he coached them, right?
Of course.
And now he's going to Nations FC, so whichever tactics are...
Well,
I'm just getting
it's the
concerned.
job. It's the job. Jose Mourinho was at Chelsea.
Yeah.
He joined Manchester United at a point. He joined Tottenham Hotspur. It's the job. So, I mean, Bibiani have to accept their fate that their manager is going elsewhere.
Yeah. What else do we need to know?
Basketball. I mean, NBA has started. Eastern Conference yesterday. We had the Golden State Warriors also coming up against the Clippers. It was a good one. But Golden State Warriors finally breaking that unbeaten run that Clippers had over them. They had gone 7 games without winning against the Clippers. But Steph Curry coming up and scoring, giving about 8 assists in there. Jimmy Butler also scoring about 21 points last night. And it's good for the Golden State Warriors. It means that they are unbeaten in this year's NBA. They've played about 4 games and they want to continue winning. So that is what happened last night as they finished 98-79 to the Golden State Warriors.
Fantastic. And the fixtures?
Yeah, for Carabao Cup, because there are games today to look forward to. Yesterday, we had the likes of Fulham sailing through. So let's go through the games that are coming up. We know that Chelsea will be taking on the likes of Wolverhampton Wanderers, but the Swansea are against Manchester City. And Arsenal have a big game, the Emirates against Brighton and Hove Albion, with Liverpool, who are in some form of crisis, coming up against Crystal Palace. Liverpool will need to win this game to get back to their form. Then there's also Newcastle against Tottenham Hotspur. So Mohamed Kudus will be in action for Spurs as they take on Newcastle tonight. So these are the fixtures in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup.
Well, thank you very much, the Mutala Yakubu, for bringing us.
I'll be back at 10:30.
Yes, 10:30. Yes,
yeah.
And we'll get all the details. Yes, and still excited about the Black Queens. Yes, thank you so much. Well, if you want to look smart and fashionable, visit any Woodin boutique nationwide today. Woodin offers an amazing collection of authentic African fabrics and ready-to-wear that come in beautiful designs and colors for men and women. With Woodin, you can get creative and versatile with your designs. Be confident and show off how truly African you are in Woodin. Go to a Woodin boutique near you today and choose from a variety of trendy products to complement your unique style. Follow Woodin Fashion on Facebook, Instagram at Woodin Fashion, and TikTok at Woodin_fashion. Woodin, le créateur. Okay, so let's find out which of you is getting 1,000 cedis plus 200 cedis bonus. The number scrolling there. Okay, 05964441 -- 05964441 -- If it's your number, congratulations. You got some 1,000 cedis and 200 cedi bonus as well. But we have 9 more to go, so you want to keep playing. Who knows? Before the end of the show, you could also get the opportunity of getting 1,000 cedis plus the 200 cedi bonus. Stay with us.
Do so now. Dial star 439 hash and win big. We've got 10,000 cedis. We're giving 1,000 cedis each to 10 of you. All right, we've given one out. We've got 9,000 more to go. So dial now and win. Star 439 hash. That's the number to dial. All right, star 439 hash. That's the number to dial. Now, throughout the month of October, we've been bringing you education, advocacy, facts, and things you need to know about breast cancer. The month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we've taken it very seriously here at TV3 because we believe that it needs all the conversations so that we're all aware that early detection can save your life. It's better to detect it early than to wait until it is too late. It's treatable if you report it early. You can only report it early if you detect it early. Breast cancer remains a growing concern in Ghana. But what does it mean to receive comprehensive care for this disease? As Ghana joins the rest of the world to intensify awareness of the disease this month, my colleague, Sarah Apenkro, has been exploring the journey of breast cancer patients in Ghana in a documentary, Ghana Pink Ribbon. Here are some excerpts.
It's been 3 long years for Joyce Maldima. 3 years of uncertainty, 3 years of active treatment, and 3 years without the quickest evidence of being feminine, her breasts.
The underwire in the bra came off, pressing down on the breast. So when I got home and I found out that it had actually come out from the fabric and was piercing down on the skin, you know. There was no wound, no opening or anything. After that, there was no pain, and so I thought that, oh, that would just go away. But the whole place became red, then it became black, then it became so hard. And then I realized that the breast was just growing bigger. I don't confidently mingle with people. I dress well, you don't even notice, but I've lost 2 of my breasts, and that's alone in my head, it's enough for me to, most of the time, I choose places I want to go or socialize and all that. I'm okay with family, but when we have other people around, I'm not too okay.
These stories and many are covered in this groundbreaking documentary. My colleague has just joined, Beatrice and I here in studio. Sarah is here. Sarah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Na.
And thank you for doing this work. You know, we've been saying throughout the month of October, we keep wearing our pink outfits and saying get tested. But really, when you ask, really, how many people have gotten screened, you'll be shocked.
Yes.
To find that the people in the center of the advocacy themselves are not getting screened.
Yeah.
So this is a step in the right direction to document the stories of survivors so that we actually understand and get the message of this advocacy and why it's so important. How was the work documenting this process?
So I should say it took close to 2 months to get all the resources put together, the resource persons, everything we needed to have a compact content. It took us close to 2 months to get it done. And like you rightly said, this particular documentary it's not the usual. You know, we keep hammering awareness creation, we keep hammering early detection, but we haven't really had a comprehensive discussion on what does it take if one is diagnosed of breast cancer in the country to have a comprehensive treatment to stay alive. Looking at affordability, proximity, everything that a woman needs to know in the country. So this documentary is actually encompassing everything we need to know. It's to inform policymakers. I believe most of them are already aware of what it takes to have a comprehensive breast cancer care in the country. But we want to remind them that there are still thousands of women out there in the rural communities who, even when diagnosed with the cancer, getting access to a health facility to have further treatment is a challenge. So he or she decides to go back home and then resort to other alternative treatment options like the herbal options, which from the documentary you will understand that it's one of the major challenges affecting breast cancer treatment in the country, because people come, even learned people, educated, rich, would come to the hospital. It's just a lump. They go and try other options, they come back, and then it's at an advanced stages, and then nothing can be done about it, or their survival rate is very low. So this documentary, we are hoping that it will inform policy decision, let the policymakers know that indeed we are talking about awareness, we are talking about screening, but do we have a policy as a country, or is just talking? What policies are we putting in place to ensure that all these gaps are addressed so that no one is left behind?
Wow.
I'm just wondering what more we should look forward to in the documentary, because I hear you say that even people who are educated, sometimes they tend to resort to other means of care rather than health care. I'm seeing a sort of a bit of education there that you probably may be putting in there. What should we expect beyond what you just said earlier?
So you would have a highly educated woman who found out she's having breast cancer, and her pastor tells her, don't go to the hospital to do the surgery. We will pray about it. And she takes the decision to go to the hospital, follow her instincts, and she's sacked from the church.
Oh.
We cannot live in a society like this.
Wow.
People need to know that you have to take your health seriously, especially as women. We have to work with our instincts. And then these churches, prayer camps, alternative medicine practitioners need to understand and know their limits. Indeed, there is something they can do. We are all faith people. We believe in one thing or the other. But what's the limit to what I believe in? Or if you're a pastor and you are leading a congregation and people have medical issues, what's the limit to which you can go spiritually and advise that go to the hospital, and not ostracizing people because they think they have to go to the hospital and you believe that you can cure with whatever you believe in.
I'm so glad you touched on this point, because it's something we've heard so many times. With breast cancer, on the subject of breast cancer and other illnesses as well. Throughout the month, we've been speaking to survivors and doctors, and one of the things that came up was the stigma that the treatment and the side effects of the treatment can bring. So the stigma attached to women who might have to have a mastectomy, the removal of the breast, and they feel that, I think in one of the videos you just showed, they will be looked down upon or shunned in the society because people know that they have had one breast or both breasts removed. In fact, I was surprised to learn that some women would not undergo chemotherapy because it would destroy their hair. These are things that are shocking. So documentaries like this are important to show us that, you are actually in a good position if you can get care.
Yeah.
Because there are women in Ghana, outside of the major cities, who actually don't even have access to be able to go to these main medical facilities to get care. Some don't even know that they must go because it is advertised as a spiritual attack. And so what you need is a spiritual intervention and not, medical care. So this is a great, it's a great piece. Did you get to talk to these pastors?
Yes,
Okay.
I engaged with one of the alternative medicine practitioners, and it was interesting how they were trying to defend how they operate and trying to justify that, sometimes we can cure, but when it gets to a limit we can't, then we ask them to go to the hospital. Then it made us understand that this is where the gap is. If you can't attempt to cure, don't do it at all. Because we also spoke to the medical herbal practitioners, and they made us understand that there is a limit to what the herbal medicine can do as a supplement. It's not to cure a breast cancer that has been diagnosed. And so if you keep a patient in your prayer camp at your herbal centers, and then you are try your luck, you're trying to see if you can cure, and it gets worse, you send the person back to the hospital. It's gotten to an advanced stage. So you are contributing to the higher number of cases coming at advanced stages at the hospitals. Indeed, you mentioned the stigma. First of all, even the women themselves experiencing the disease have self-stigma. They themselves are having low self-esteem. So what makes us think as society that it's okay for us to stigmatize against them? I understand that there is a woman that people stop buying from her because she has undergone breast cancer surgery. And we are living in the 21st century. So as a country, as a people, it's time we do better. It's time we really need to do better.
They stop buying from her?
Yes, they stop buying from her.
Was she featured in the documentary as well?
Hardly.
Wow. When is it airing? When is it premiering? Because we need to make a date to watch this docu.
This evening at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. today.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
On TV3.
Exactly.
And I'm sure it will be on our digital platforms as well.
Yes.
Make a date to watch Ghana's Pink Ribbon. This is a documentary on breast cancer, the journeys of patients and survivors by Sarah Apenkro. Please watch it tonight on TV3 as we bring Breast Cancer Awareness Month to an end. It's a good way to end this. But this campaign shouldn't end in the month of October, of course. It should carry on throughout the year and be reminded that early detection can save your life. On to something to celebrate. TV3 Mentor is back. If you are a singer, know someone who can sing, if you're talented, you've started some underground work, stay tuned, because when we come back, our team will be here to join us to tell you everything you need to know to get ahead in the next season of TV3 Mentor. Stay tuned.
It's been 3 long Maldima, 3 years of uncertainty, 3 years of active treatment, and 3 years without the quickest evidence of being feminine, her breasts.
Behind you, your 4 fingers on your breast. You can lay down or you can stand. You push into the breast cage all the way into your armpit. Come up into your lymph nodes. When you are done, your clothes will be off. You will not have clothes on. You will look at your nipple. You will squeeze it to make sure there's no fluid coming out of it. You will switch arms and do the next side. When you are done, you will stand in front of the mirror. You will look at to see if one is bigger than the other. Also, you would want to see if there is any bumps or blemishes on your breast. You will put your hand here and look at both your breasts and get to know yourself. When you are finished, you will start this again 1 week after your period.
Good evening. You know, Cressa Matiashimu. Nanso say, dear me, one man, you. Twending China, been so. If you send a man, plan a man Santos, oh. Make me, and they, I am a big cremudo. When you macoma, so I did, and I am kicking, oh. Day over the man, don't me frequent. Over the man, don't me frequent. I want for men for what don't to do. And family won't be no don't to do. The over the man, don't me frequent.